Hi, I'm the English teacher, Miss Chan. We're starting a new chapter of Gratitude Journal as part of school's Positive Meaning initiative. Our goal is to identify and address any dysfunctional beliefs or thought patterns that may be negatively impacting us. These thought loops can create repetitive and compulsive patterns of thinking that limit our growth and well-being. By asking ourselves reflective questions and cultivating a practice of gratitude, we can actively work towards renewing our minds and experiencing positive transformation. Our journal topic this time is self-worth. This time, I will share my personal story with you. Growing up, my mother had always said that I was kind of smart, and that as long as I put in a little bit more effort, I will be much better. She somehow meant to encourage me, but she didn't expect that this smart, so put in a little bit more effort will be good, will become a stumbling block for nearly 20 years of my life. For my academics in DSE, 2 of my electives flopped. For Chinese history, I got level 3, but my predicted grade was 5-star. I was in the top 2 in the English literature class, but then I got level 4. I decided to retake DSA literature as some sort of fulfilling my dream. That year, I was a master's student in literature, and I got level 4, which is exactly the same result 5 years ago when I was just a secondary 6 student. During my first year of teaching, I used to have English lessons in special room, and on the last day of my teaching, I discovered that one student's drawer was stuffed with my notes. For the whole term, he didn't even bother to, at least, take them back to his own classroom. Not even once. Later on in life, when I wrote a sample essay pack, a student said, "Here's a typo." Therefore, honestly, I don't have one story for you, but I just have a marathon-long list of failures and mistakes. Well, at some point of my life, I just failed in every single way. Even for my personal goals, I was let down. When I was vegan for 2 years in my university life, someone said when we hung out for dinner, "What trouble you are." I am now into trail running. Someone said, "Why are you not skinny?" Maybe it's because I just failed and am let down too many times. I had to give up my superior complex. If I lay down such a superior complex, I am smart or I don't try too hard, I can credit myself when I did put in the effort and be willing to change when I failed. Laying down my superior complex, when I was faced with failures, I become willing to reflect on various factors such as expectations, weaknesses, inexperience, practicalities, and my responsibilities. For instance, I became less superior in being careless, not grasping the exam skills when attempting Chinese history in DSE. I became less superior in getting the same grade after 5 years. I don't need to protect my superior complex by pretending I don't care about DSE at all. It is my responsibility to learn that it might be the issue of context. I maintain my self-worth because I learned that, okay, my master's degree essay writing skills may not apply in DSE, and I have to change my approach depending on the context or the circumstances later in life. I became less superior in being careless when making the essay packs, but I maintained my self-worth because I knew that what I did was not useless. I maintained my self-worth because I learned that not every single student had to engulf my notes like wolves, but that does not mean that what I did was wasting my time. I maintained my self-worth because I learned that it is my responsibility to keep preparing for my lesson, but my expectation has to change, which is that my notes cannot please everyone, and not every person has to meet my expectations, including my students. I become less superior when I make mistakes. Failures and mistakes knock my confidence. Self-worth lies in my power to revise my expectations, understanding my weaknesses, inexperience, practicalities, and my responsibilities. I was wrong, or I was weak, but I can do better the next time. If not better, at least I can make it different next time. Self-worth and superiority are different concepts. Please turn to page 9 of your journal and draw out 3 things that determine your value or self-worth. Is it appearance? Whether you live in a fancy apartment or not? Whether you're popular or not? Have good grades or not? Next, how would your friend describe you? And how you would like your friends to describe you? Honest, friendly, quiet, funny, patient, hardworking, beautiful, helpful, or diligent? Why would you want to be described like that? Is there a big difference between who you want to be and who you are now? Why? Name a time when you feel really bad about yourself. What made you feel so bad? Can we have a moment to review our expectations, weaknesses, inexperience, practicalities, and responsibilities? For this year's Christmas, I've planned a 30 km trail run in Arashiyama. My friend who accompanied me to Japan did not complain about me running away and leaving her alone. She remarked, "When you are running like a dog, I will be eating and walking around in a cute kimono, taking selfies downhill. But I will come and pick you up downhill." Despite these letdowns, are there any moments of love that we can dwell upon? Last but not least, name a time that you feel good about yourself, feel good about your achievement. What happened? Our final note is, we could be wrong, we are weak, but we can. What lies ahead will always be different. Last but not least, we're going to leave you with a Bible verse. But he said to me, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me." With our gratitude journal this year, we have embarked on a journey peeling away the outer layer of our being, our body image. Then we delved into the second layer, our academic pursuits. And now we have arrived at the heart's core, where the essence of self-worth resides. This is the end of our gratitude journal this year. Goodbye.